I bought this pedal because I read online that it would unlock my tone.
Oh, really?
Check it out.
Yeah, okay. That looks like something. Here. Whoa! It unlocked something.
Yeah,
What the hell was that?
regret. So the challenge this week, how did it come along, Chromazone?
Well, let me tell you. It came out real good.
I listened to it and I thought, oh, this is going to be easy.
Yes.
And then I actually tried to play it and I was like, oh, this is going to take a little bit of work.
It did take a little bit of work.
So what went wrong this week?
Besides my hands, my gear, my amp, my life choices.
I mean specifically, not the whole back catalog of regrets.
Oh, then nothing. Everything's fine. Flawless. Perfect.
I think I regret selling that amp.
That one?
Dude, your tone for days 20 on reverb? Gear we regret buying and gear we regret selling.
So basically therapy with receipts.
Yeah, I have one regret that I think about every day.
The pedal, the amp, that thing you bought with 600 presets.
No, selling my old Strat.
Oh yeah, you talk about that thing like it left you for somebody with better vibrato.
It kind of did. It's out there living its best life, being played by someone who moisturizes. But then look at Mike Stern. He's been playing the same Boss pedals since the Reagan administration.
Us, 17 pedals and still asking, why does my tone sound like it's in a toaster underwater?
So today's wisdom is simple. Use the gear you have.
Which is terrible news for all the gear companies, but great news for our bank accounts.
Moving on.
I walked in feeling confident.
Then what happened?
We tuned.
My tone was terrible this morning.
Did you fix your hands?
No, I yelled at my amp like a grown man.
I tried practicing with a metronome.
And?
Not my tempo! I love playing duos.
Because of the chemistry?
No, because if I mess up, you're right there to blame.
Don't you ever aim for perfection?
No, I aim for no one noticed. You know what's weird? Some days I plug in and I sound like me, and other days I plug in and I sound like somebody trying to imitate me badly.
Yeah, that guy sits in with me sometimes.
Yikes.
You know, today we're kind of talking about mistakes, gear mistakes, tone mistakes, life mistakes.
So basically this episode is about my biography.
Exactly. And speaking of mistakes, there's one mistake every guitarist fears.
The credit card bill?
Nope. The YouTube video where you sound exactly the same.
I sounded great in my head this morning.
Yeah, I heard the outside version.
Different mix?
Way different. You did have a nice vibrato earlier.
Earlier? I hit one bad note this morning.
Yeah, one wrong note from you is like a lifetime commitment.
Well, speaking of wrong notes,
Oh yeah, today's game's basically that. Get your guitars, let's play Resolve This,
where every note gets a second chance.
where we intentionally play a bad note. One of us will play a chord with a crazy note in it, a non-chord tone, a tension, and then the other guy has to resolve it.
That sounds very interesting.
We'll do a round of 3, and
Okay, that sounds easy.
whoever loses has to play a 10-second run-on solo.
Okay.
Just a complete run-on, solid eighth notes for 10 seconds with no resolution at all. Let's start out. Well, should I tell you what chord? No, I won't tell you what chord.
Don't tell me what chord.
I'll arpeggiate it. See that? Oh, you had it, dude. You should have went with your gut.
I like the E better.
Well, the E would have been, or down to C. How do what you were aiming for was not what you played, so basically you lose. Give me something. Give me something. Give me a chord. Ooh, this is tough. What'd you play? I played a C.
You failed. Well, nah, not necessarily. You played a sharp 9 over my flat 9. So the C would have been the sharp 9. It could work. It could work.
Should have been a D, right?
Huh?
Should have been a D.
Yeah, mine should have been a D too.
No, yours should have been an E. You played a D.
And then I went up to an E.
Yeah, but it's the next note. You don't get to.
No, I want to pick around until I find the note that I like best.
Right.
Dominant sharp 5 flat 9.
That's not even a chord. So I don't know where are we at. We both lost one, so this is it, man.
Yep.
Sudden death.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
First person to get it wrong is the loser. I'm calling. You can play it a bunch, but it's not going to make it right.
If you play a note wrong in jazz, play it a second time and it's right.
Play it with conviction. Yeah, if you stay on it long enough, they'll come around to that chord, especially if it's giant steps.
That's it.
Could be a B on there. Yep, you're right.
See, you lose 10 seconds.
So I'm the loser. Again, I lost last week's game.
No, you didn't. I did.
Nuh-uh.
What was the last game?
10 seconds.
Go.
Right.
Ooh, I like that open string thing you did there. That was beautiful.
Look, we made it to the end. Let's try to never do that again. Resolve this is a good game, but that penalty?
You know what, man? The penalty has to fit the crime.
You know, out of gear and everything, you know what I regret?
What's that?
Not practicing. Like, I should have practiced more. That's my regret.
I totally agree with that.
Stuff that I played at Berkeley, I still remember. If I learn something now, I'll forget it in 2 weeks. I remember there was one day we were playing, I still remember this. I was playing a harmonic minor thing. And you're like, dude, what's that? And I'm like, that's harmonic minor. And you're like, yeah, but why? And I'm like, I had no idea why. You know, it's just like, I don't know, but it sounds cool. You know, I had no idea why. It just where my fingers landed in that moment. The theory that everybody talks about, it's like, it's always made up after the fact. Like Mike Stern's little trick. Maybe that was just like a little penicillin moment where he, you know, he meant to go to G7 and he played A flat and he's like, oh, melodic minor? Oh yeah, that sounds good over that. And Miles was probably like, dude, that's fat.
Right. I've heard that trick before using the pentatonic. You'd play a half step out and then you bring it back in just for a little bit of flavor.
Over a 7 chord, you play like...
Yeah, and then you just bring it back. It sounds cool. It's like, wow, what just happened? Oh, it resolved.
As long as you get back to that.
What the hell was that note?
Well, that's the beauty of live, right?
Oh my
God.
God.
Nowadays everybody's filming stuff on their phones.
I just play the 5th and follow what they're doing. Or the sharp 11.
Sharp 11. Just play whole tones. What is it? Take the A train. But gear too, you know, there was a time that I was buying like all kinds of overdrive or distortion pedals. I bought some good pedals. I get an overdrive and I'd be like, this sounds great. I think, oh, but maybe something else sounds better. Then I just had like this stack of overdrives. So I got rid of them.
Oh, wow.
And then just like a couple weeks ago, I'm like, man, I want a blues driver again.
Did you get one?
No, I didn't, because I'm like, that's the pitfall, right? I have the overdrive pedal that I'm happy with. I'm just going to keep using that. Not chasing anything pointlessly. Like Mike Stern's playing the same pedals.
Yep.
That he's always played. You know, Tom Morello, his amp got stolen. This is before Rage Against the Machine was big. And he went down to West LA Music and they had a Marshall sitting there and he's like, I'll take that one. He just did it, got that amp. I don't have to keep looking for an amp. I have an amp.
Yep.
I have a guitar.
Yep.
I have an overdrive pedal.
Yeah, he could play out of a pig nose with a reverb and it'd sound awesome.
Yeah, and then you'd be like, dude, I got to get a pig nose.
Yep.
And then you'd get a pig nose and be like, this thing sounds like crap. It's easy to chase your tail, whether it's batteries
Yes.
or
Yes.
wall
And then-
power.
But they use a 47 ohm resistor instead of a 46 ohm resistor.
Yeah, or these guys that like tear apart their guitars and what capacitor is in there? Is that an orange drop? Is that a this? It's whatever it came with, man.
Yeah,
And if the pickups are good, pickups do make a difference.
they do.
I think that's about it. That's what the Les Paul was. Actually, I think the first one was a rail from a train track.
Nice.
And then he said, I want something heavier. So he put some mahogany on there.
I think my Ibanez is made out of mahogany and rail wood. I regret not having 50 guitars. Find something you like, stick with it, and
Nothing's going to make my playing any better than it is, except for time in the shed. All that stuff in the world isn't going to change what you sound like. I busted out the telly today in honor of Mike Stern.
okay. Next week, we go new school.
Someone called out Miserlou.
Matteo Mancuso, Drop D.
That's a really cool song. That'll be fun to learn this week.
I emailed it to you because that's a new school thing.
Email.
Yeah.
How'd you get on with last week's challenge?
Oh, you mean Chromazone? Yeah. I tried to play it like Stern, but my fingers had other ideas and decided to mutate it.
The difficulty I had learning that one, like your brain gets just as twisted as your fingers by the time you get there. But that
Yeah.
Chromazone, it's a good title. It's like very appropriate.
Yeah.
It's a mental shift you have to make. Stern's approach actually isn't complicated. You have a dominant chord, just think melodic minor, a half step up.
Half step?
So if the chord's G7, think A flat melodic minor. It gives you all the notes in the altered scale, except you don't have to think like flat 9, sharp 9, flat 5, sharp 5. It's just right there. And then he falls back a lot on just triads and blues stuff.
And if that sounds wrong,
It didn't. You just didn't believe hard enough.
so basically chord is G7, playing A flat something and hope for the best?
Exactly. It's jazz. Confidence is the theory. You ready to do Chromazone?
Yeah.
All right. You want to play this guitar?
Sure.
All right. Come on.
Okay. Put your glasses on. Let's try this. Let's see if we can do this.
I can't even.
Wow. We're doomed.
We're in trouble.
Oh, shit.
158.
8.
That's about 158.
I think so.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's do that
Dude, we
again.
did.
Yeah.
I couldn't let go of the pick.
No, that's why I chew on mine. Sound like you're alive.
I'm alive. It's alive.